Hey, what's up, everybody? Ryan McDonald here, and I'm sitting with Min Lee, who is the creator of Counter-Strike, and we were checking out his newest game, Tactical Intervention, and as we are checking this out, we were hoping to hit you up about some of the history that a lot of Counter-Strike players, I'm sure, would love to hear from you, so I'm actually going to hand you this microphone and ask you a couple questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't mind just kind of telling a little bit, how it all came together. I mean, like, we were just hearing that, you made this mod, and...
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of people don't know what happened with me, like, in the past 10 years. They, a lot of people thought I was kidnapped by some shit, like, I don't know, abducted by UFO or something. It's, about 10 years ago when I started Counter-Strike, I was hired by Valve, like, a couple years after I started CS. And then I was working at Valve for, like, 5 years, and I was supposed to be working on, coming up with a new idea for Counter-Strike 2. But it was still I was still kind of young, and I was having some problems just kind of coming up with a really good idea for what I wanted to do. So it had a lot of I had some issues just trying to come up with some just a good design for the game.
Before you get there, I guess the question I have for you is like how does it work? Like, because I have this poster, believe it or not, on my wall at home, and it's like the original box or whatever to CS, and it's like a bunch of signatures, and like I'm pretty sure yours is probably on there.
Oh, nice.
But long story short, I guess, like, how does that team work out? Because it was you and Jess Cliff, right?
Yeah.
And then and you go by Goose or Goose?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, originally it was like just me, because I came up with the idea when I was in university, and then Cliffy came on about a year later, and then like he helped out a lot with like the PR side of stuff, and he helped out with the website, and like he helped out with like helping me like to come up with some game design issues, and he just helped out with the liaison with the community, because it was the community that really it was the community that made all the maps. So I didn't make any of the maps. I just made the guns, I just made the characters, and I just made the code. I just did all the programming for the features of the game. The maps themselves were done by the community. So basically, the community was the ones that were developing maps and sending it to us, and then we would just evaluate the maps and say, hey, this is a cool map, this is a cool map. So it was really, really awesome, because we were getting maps like every week. Like we would get like 10 maps a week. A lot of them were really, really shitty, but oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't. You guys got sensors, right? Beep, beep, beep. Oh my God, you guys are hardcore. Anyways, we were getting so many maps, and eventually we got some of the great maps like DE Dust and CS Assault and CS Siege. We got like so many maps. So I mean, over the course of Counter-Strike's development, I think we had like maybe like 2,000, maybe 3,000 maps given to us, but we only really picked probably like 30, 40. So the ones that really you guys really played in the betas.
What about and like, how does it? Do you still keep in contact with those dudes at all, or whether Jess Cliff, is he still at Valve, or yeah?
Yeah, actually, Jess is a really good friend of mine, actually. I mean, I actually went to his wedding a couple years ago. So, I mean, me and Jess keep in touch. He's a really great guy. I got along with him so well, because he's the kind of guy that was really allowed me to just, like, he never said, that's a bad idea, I don't think you should do that. He just gave me so much freedom to just try whatever I want. And I just really enjoyed that, because he wasn't like one of those guys that just, we weren't butting heads. I think me and my personality with Jeff was just so easy to work with. So I really enjoyed working with him, and I kind of missed the guy. So, but he's still at Valve right now, and he's actually working on the new CS. I think he's working on CS:GO. So I think he's still enjoying his time there, and but I still keep in touch with him. Yeah, just here and there.
Yeah. All right. So for the hardcore, obviously, looking at, you had Counter-Strike, you had the core, and then you guys went 1.6, right? And then you had Source, and some people say that it kind of fractured some of the community or whatever. Like, what are your thoughts from your point of view?
Yeah, that was kind of a weird thing. I mean, like when they decided to do the CS Source, we were kind of, everybody at Valve was like, everybody's going to switch over. We didn't really imagine people would still be playing 1.6. So it kind of came to a surprise for me, myself personally, and I think a lot of the guys at Valve were like, what the hell, why are people playing this old crappy game, But it just made us realize that it's not so much about the graphics. It's the most important thing is having that community. And once the community became so big, it was really hard to get them to switch over. So it just made people realize, or it made the people at Valve and even myself realize, it's really important to build a community early on, and to just really focus on keeping that community happy. Yeah.
All right. And then I guess the other question is, like, at what point did you realize that game was crazy popular and that like everybody was playing it?
I think when everybody was playing, I realized it was crazy. No, I think it was kind of like when it first came out, CS Beta 1, the very first version, the numbers, we started getting quite a bit of attention. So, I mean, it was really exciting, but it wasn't crazy attention. I think it wasn't until Beta 3, so this was about 6 months after I released the first version. After at Beta 3, the numbers just kind of like really kind of spiked. And I think that's about the time when Valve approached us, and that's when we realized, okay, yeah, we got a great product here, and I think Valve realized, yeah, we should work together with Valve and really make it like a top-notch product. And I think that's when Valve got involved. They brought their marketing skills and their whole polishing. Like they brought a lot of like their professional like artists and all that. They just really made the product like a AAA product. And I think that was what was able to make the game so like the franchise that it is today. Yeah.
Would you, you know, obviously, you know, to me it seems like that is like the closest thing to a child that you could have as a game like that, right? What do you think later on when you saw other iterations that come out, whether it was like Counter-Strike 0 or the other stuff that, you know, the Xbox game or anything? Did you think that was cool, or were you like, oh, they're, you know, tweaking my stuff, or what?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was really, you know, I was really proud of just the fact that, you know, this game just spawned so many side products. I wasn't really involved in any of those though, like CS Condition Zero. I didn't really get too much involved in it. I was actually mostly just focused on trying to come up with a new idea for Counter-Strike 2. So, I mean, my thoughts on those products was like, it was great because it just kept the namesake, the franchise, like in people's minds, and I thought that was a really, really important thing, you know.
How far did you get with Counter-Strike 2?
How far? You know, I mean, you know, at the time, because the source engine was still being developed, so I was spending a lot of time trying to get used to the source engine, trying to learn how to make models and trying to learn how to make content with it. So I made I made several guns for it, and I was making a lot of character models. I didn't make too many levels for it at the time, but you know, most of my time was spent just trying to actually get comfortable with the source engine. So I don't think I got too far with it in terms of like getting an actual game. Like what you see here in this game TI, I mean, it was like, I don't think I got anything near what I have. Yeah, so I would say maybe like probably 10%, 15% into the actual game design. So yeah.
So if people talk about Tactical Intervention as the spiritual sequel to Counter-Strike, do you think that's a fair statement, or is that weird to say?
Yeah, I think it's kind of fair, yeah, because actually a lot of the stuff that you see in TI were stuff that I really wanted to do in Counter-Strike, but I just never really had the time or the skill sets to do it. Yeah, the stuff that you see in here, like this particular mission mode, it's called Hostage Rescue, and I'm doing a lot of stuff that I wanted to do with Counter-Strike, like it's just making it more interactive, making it more immersive. You're playing with bots right now, so just ignore the fact that they're acting really stupid. It's really, really, really fun and really crazy with real players. So, so you can sort of see the level of like immersion that we're trying to achieve with this game. It's more so than Counter-Strike. Like everything you shoot reacts to your bullets. Like, well, it tries to react. Like for example, those newspapers, you can shoot them out. Glass, you can break them out. And like the hostages, if you go back, turn around, there's hostages that you're supposed to protect. Actually, I think they just left because you farted or something. Anyways, so actually now you spawn here as a CT. So now your role is actually to just follow the bots because they kind of know what they're doing. Now don't follow them. They're in the corner. they're taking a dump. Just get out of there. Shoot the guys and the red guys. Yeah, those guys. So watch out for the hostages because the hostages are kind of like in the middle of the firefights. Yeah, he had a bad moment there. So a lot of times as a terrorist, you can grab the hostages and use them as shields. And that's a good guy, but it's okay. There's no friendly fire. Don't worry about that. So you can sort of see we have a new system in place called a HUD. I think I talked to your coworker earlier. But basically, those green dots are your friendlies, and the red dots are the bad guys. So you can see that dog there. That's your pet there, and he kind of goes around. He just attacks the enemy whenever there's a bad guy. So, oh, there's a bad guy. Yeah. So that was hostage rescue. There wasn't a lot of rescuing being done there, yeah, because we try to focus on. I found that a lot of people just enjoyed shooting each other. So we did have the hostages in the middle of the firefights, and that kind of adds a sense of dynamics, a sense of just kind of like you got to watch where you shoot kind of thing. Now you're a sniper, so you can kind of hang back here, kind of watch the action unfold. That's a bad guy. Yeah. So you can sort of see like the environments there. It's pretty interactive. It's like everything just kind of reacts to your bullets, and I kind of like seeing that because it's kind of like adds a Hollywood flair to it, and I think you blinded him. Yeah, he's blind now. He's kind of like, yeah. So yeah, that's a good guy and that's a bad guy. Yeah, you know, initially a lot of people are kind of, oh, you got to reload. Once you kind of get used to who's good and who's bad, it's much more enjoyable. But for now, I think we're just kind of having a bit of a problem. That's a bad guy. That's a bad guy. There we go. Oh, damn. Oh, nice headshot. You just see the jibs. All right, yeah. Okay. Oh my God, he's limping. Yeah. It's good. If you shoot him in the legs, they'll just limp around. It slows them down. You know. Oh my God, his dog's gonna get him. Oh my God, there we go. Oh, damn it. Yeah, sometimes the dog gets kind of slowed down. So there's hostages around. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's hostages around, and to rescue those guys, you can just go up to them and press the use key. Right. And rescuing hostages is a good idea because it gives you like a health and it gives you some bullets.
Where's the car level? I want to see the.
You want to see the car level? Okay, I'll show you the car level. Here.
So all right. So while you're bringing up the car level, and I won't keep you much longer. 7 years you've been working on this game, correct?
Yeah.
This car level, you said 2 years alone, is that right?
You know, it took about 1.5 years to get this one perfected because it was really a technical, we ran into a lot of technical issues with it because like the Source engine doesn't really have vehicles supported with multiplayer. It has it for the single player, but with multiplayer there's a lot of things we had to actually fix, we had to implement. So, and just getting that done, it just took a lot of time. So I'm going to add some bots. I'm going to show you the craziness of this level. So this level is called a car VIP mode, and basically the objective for the counter-terrorists is to escort the VIP. But you're a terrorist, so your objective is to kill the VIP, which is highlighted by that red guy, that red crosshair. So you drive right up to it and just, it's kind of hard to drive. Let me just hold that for you, yeah. It's actually, the game is actually looking kind of choppy now. It's not, the game is actually pretty optimized. The reason it's kind of slow is because these bots, the AI right now is taking up a lot of CPU. Anyways, so that's the VIP. You can, yeah, well he is if you do your job. Oh my Lord. Okay, you just, yeah, I don't know. Because you know those guys are pretty good shots. These bots are really good shots. I'm gonna put you on God mode so you do not die. All right, so let's try this again. Okay, so now you're the passenger. So if you turned around, your car is being driven by a bot. Yeah, but you can actually lean out of the car. Oh, nice. And yeah, so you just hold that key down. Now when you lean, you can just rotate around and shoot. Unload it, man. You did it. Now get out. Press F. Press F. Do it. And wow! What the? Press F. Grab the keys. Press F. Press. Now grab it. Okay. Now get in that helicopter. Okay. Now press F again. You just went in the car. Yeah. This scenario is insane. But do it. Oh, nice. The winner is you. Awesome. You beat the game. You beat the game. So that was a car mode. It's really insane with real people.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I think it turned out really well, and I'm really excited to play it with everybody. Yeah.
Hard to snipe out the window?
Yeah, it is. Actually, you know what? Forget about sniping in a moving car. Right. You'd have to be like a god to do that. I'm going to give you an assault rifle because that's probably the best weapon. Yeah. So, yeah. So, like, yeah, in a moving car, you can lean out. You can even duck, too, if you're getting under fire. Yeah, you can jump out by pressing F.
That was a badass barrel roll.
Yeah, because, you know, it's a moving car. You got to roll out.
All
yeah.
Right. I don't want to keep you all because I know there's a whole line of people behind me.
Yeah, thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you for everything.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah.
When can fans look to get their hands on it? When can we know
it's
more?
gonna be going on to beta in a couple weeks now. You know.
Really?
Yeah, and it's gonna be beta for a couple months, I think. And once we iron out all the bugs, all the critical crashes and whatnot, I'm pretty sure we get this out in the summertime.
Right on.
Yeah,
all right. So just in case you need, you know, a Counter-Strike aficionado, I can help you out.
Oh,
I can
sure,
help you out.
All
right.
I'll get you some beta access.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
all right, partner.
man.
No, thank you.
Thanks, guys.